Hey everybody, welcome to Ray's Gym. Today I want to talk about doing a bicep curl with a straight bar. Um, Bicep curls with a straight bar is one of my personal favorite bicep workouts. The reason why is because I can work both the inner bicep and the outer bicep with one bar. And so your inner bicep is going to be from your shoulder to your elbow. Your outer is going to be from your shoulder, it goes past your elbow. And so by doing a straight bar, it will allow me to work both these parts of the biceps. Anytime you work a muscle group, it's always important that you work the muscle all the way around. And so I notice a lot of times people will kind of do the same bicep workout over and over, and they're only hitting the one part of the muscle when you also got the outside of the bicep too you can work. So to start, I always want to warm up first. So the important thing to realize when it comes to straight bar curls is that when you do a straight bar curl, your palms are going to be up, okay? And so by doing this, what you're doing is you really put a lot of tension on your tendons and ligaments, okay? It's not natural for us to stand with our palms up. It's natural to stand with our hands to our side with our palms in. So by forcing that rotation, and then you add weight to your tendons and ligaments, you could hurt yourself. So you have to be careful. You have to warm up correctly. You cannot overdo it. So what I always do, I use a standard 45-pound bar, 7-foot 45-pound bar that you have at any gym. And what I will do is I just start off with just the bar only, no weight at all. So I just do nice, slow, easy movements, just to get my elbows warmed up. Shoulders are back, feet are close together, knees are bent slightly. Nice smooth movements. Also, another thing I like to do is, for my elbows, is what I'll do, I'll take a kettlebell or a dumbbell. Right here I have a kettlebell. I'll take a kettlebell, and what I'll do is just kind of lean over and just do some rotations. Do some light rotations, not too fast. I don't want to get a whole lot of momentum going. Use whatever weight's comfortable for you. Switch over to both sides and just get your tendons and ligaments nice and loosened up, okay? So I may do this 2, maybe 3 times before I even start putting any weight on. Do another set of just a bar, nice and slow, and then do some more kettlebell twists, nice and slow. It depends how I feel. If I want to do one more, I'll do one more. Because it's very important to stretch out those tendons and ligaments in your elbows. And then, of course, as I progress, I start off maybe 30 pounds a side, and maybe 30 pounds, and I go up to 25 a side, 35 a side. And if you've seen some of my videos in the past, I have videos where I max out at 135 straight bar curls. So to do this, so like I said, so you work both the inside and the outside bicep. So like I said, I like to use a standard 45-pound bar. I know some gyms have some of them that are already weighted. They're pre-weighted with 40 pounds, 50 pounds, 60 pounds, and that's fine. That's fine. Use whatever you're comfortable with. Use whatever you're comfortable with. I like to use this kind of bar, first of all, because I'm able to add, if I want to add 2 pounds, 5 pounds, 1.5 pounds, because all these gyms have little tiny weights, and so sometimes a 5-pound adjustment is just perfect. It's exactly what I need. A lot of times when you have the dumbbells at some of these gyms that are preset, 10, 20, 30, 40, like that, some of the jumps are too big. They're too big of a jump, and there's nothing between 20 and 30 pounds when you really need that 25 pound. And so I find that using a bar like this, or even a small one, they have shorter versions of these too. They'll probably weigh about 25 pounds, between 20 and 25 pounds. And you can just add, 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds a side, 1.5 pounds a side now, 5 pounds, whatever it is you need. And it really helps out. So in order to do this, to work the inside and outside bicep, so each one of these bars, for those of you who aren't familiar, each one of these bars has a line on it. There's a line at the top, one right here, one on each end, one on the bottom here. The purpose of these lines is to make sure your hands are even, okay? So I don't care if you're doing a bench press or a curl, whatever you're doing, if you're using both your hands, you're gonna want to have your hands even. So it's whether you put your index finger on each of the lines, your ring finger, depending on how tall you are, what your arm length is, your thumb, you have to have proper spacing between the two hands. So when I want to do my outside bicep, I'm going to use a wider grip, okay? So what I do for me is I put my index finger right on that line, maybe just inside the line. You can always make little adjustments. And so grab it evenly, index finger on each line. You don't have to go out too wide to work that muscle. So this is about how wide it looks. And so I'm gonna have my shoulders pulled back, knees bent slightly, feet close together, and just go straight up and down. All I move is my forearm. I'm not rocking. You'll see people at the gym doing this kind of thing, doing this rocking motion. You don't do that. All I'm moving is my forearm straight up and down. That's it. So like I said, I'll add small weights at a time, 10, 20 pounds at a time, until I get to my max at 135, and then I stick to that. That's my workout weight. And so everything I do before I get to my max is just warm up. I don't count that as part of my workout really. 135 will be my workout weight. And so, okay, so now for the inside, to work my inside bicep, basically what I'm going to do is be about shoulder width apart. So just kind of a good measurement for you, if you're not really sure, just kind of stand up straight and just put your arms up. That's going to be my short bicep curl right there. And so look at the lines. You might want to be 2 inches in. 2 inches in, 1 inch in, depends, again, how long your arms are. So when I do it, I'm about 1.5 inches, 2 inches in for that line. You want to make sure you're even. So for inside bicep, hands are nice and shoulder width apart. And again, just slow up and down movements. Shoulders back, knees slightly bent, feet close together. Move my forearms only, no rocking. Keep my wrist straight. And that's it. So keep in mind, always make sure you warm up your elbows, warm up your tendons and ligaments. Warm up your tendons and ligaments. Take your time. Do not be in a hurry with this exercise. Your outside bicep is actually a pretty weak muscle. It doesn't get used a lot on a regular basis. When you're at work picking something up or picking up something in the house, you don't use it very often, so it's not a very strong muscle. It takes time to build that outside bicep. So you have to be patient. Do not be in a hurry. Do your stretching, stretch out your ligaments and tendons. Do your good warm-ups. Have your good form. Focus on your forearms, going straight up and down, and that's it. Nothing else. And you'll feel the difference. You'll feel the difference. You'll see the difference. It'll make your arms more full, make your bicep more full looking. And so do both variations. So what I would do to help me get to where I'm at now is, if I started off with this, I would start with close grip. Do close grip all the way up until I max out my 135. And then, obviously, if I did 135, if I already went heavy, I can't go heavy again going wide. So I'll take off, 25, 30 pounds or so, and then I'll work the wide, okay? And then the next week I do this, I'll start off wide, go heavy, wide, until I'm tired, do my 3 or 4 sets, of 135, whatever it is. And then as I get fatigued, I'll take off 25 pounds and break it down. And now I'm working the inside bicep. It's a little bit lighter weight, of course, because I'm already tired from doing the heavy weight with a wide grip. So you go back and forth. go back and forth 1 week shallow, heavy, and then the next week wide, heavy. And then just go back and forth between the two workouts, and your muscles will develop together, and then you'll get that overall strength. Eventually you get the overall strength to where you could do a heavy weight with both, or a heavier weight, whatever it is your goal is, with both inside and outside biceps. So give it some time. Do the warm-ups. Don't be in a hurry. Have good form. Everything you do, shoulders back, knees bent, feet slightly, feet close together, and just nice smooth movements, and you'll get there. You'll get there. So I hope you learned something, and thanks for watching. And give 100% in everything you do, and you'll get 100% in return. So hope you learned something, and we'll talk to you again soon. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.